I have only one question for you. Are you going to listen to Left-Handed Radio? If yes, listen to Left-Handed Radio. If not,
why not?
Forever. Dog.
It's the podcast for laundry from prison. I'm your host, Brett Davis. This is a podcast meant to be listened to while you're doing your laundry, whether you're in the outside world or you're like me at Rikers Island. We're here at the Robert N. Devoren Complex, specifically the Benjamin Ward Visitor Center in Rikers Island. And I've got a comedian, a writer, photographer, America's sweetheart, Sandy Honig.
Hey, Brett.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Not so good.
Yeah. I didn't really know what to expect.
Well, yeah, I did just give you the address.
Yeah, I hadn't seen you for a while, and I was like, oh, okay, Brett moved, like, kind of far away. Oh, rent's probably just cheaper up there.
Yeah. Well, I kind of went to LA for a little bit, and then...
oh, cool. Were you, doing shows and, taking meetings?
I was, yeah, well, I kind of lost my representation for various reasons. So I was more kind of just doing that rock and roll LA thing.
Oh, awesome. Like punk rock, sort of like...
Going to Rainbow and the Mud Room and...
Yeah, the CBGB's in LA.
CBGB's LA.
CBGB's West.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
CBGB Sunset. CBGB Franklin.
Yeah.
And
the Virgil.
And the Virgil, yes. Yeah, and then, made some mistakes, came back to New York, and got wrongfully imprisoned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So which do you like more, LA or prison?
I'd have to say I like prison more.
Really?
Yeah. LA brought out a real dark side of me.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like in prison you're able to... I guess this is... I've been thinking about this a lot because I just read a 400-page book about the son of Sam.
Okay.
And I've been watching a lot of interviews with him because he's still alive.
Yeah.
He's in prison in New York, up.
You could be his pen pal.
I honestly am considering writing him. But the thing, because he gets a lot of letters from people. But he is now born again Christian. And so it's usually wayward teens that, are feeling, maybe you could write to him. You're a wayward teen that sort of lost his way.
Maybe.
And he's been helping people get back on the right path and find God.
And, like him, I kind of defined an era of New York.
Yes. The summer of Brett.
The summer of Brett.
When you were going around murdering young girls.
No. I didn't kill anybody.
Oh.
I didn't kill any. I was referring to 2015.
Oh, right.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun that summer.
Yeah, that was a great time.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was saying is that when he got to prison, so he definitely was schizophrenic, but he seems to be, I don't know if that's what I'm trying to figure out by watching these interviews is if he's on medication or if he just being in prison and seeing therapists, he's been able to work through, because he's as normal as a serial killer can be. He looks like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird. So I'm wondering if prison has done the same for you, where you feel like you kind of lost your mind a little bit, but then when you got here, you're able to sort of find your footing again and you feel a little more normal in yourself.
I think that did happen a little bit. And then I really fucked things up.
Mm.
Not to get too much into it before we begin talking about laundry, but a few weeks ago, I put on a comedy show, alternative comedy show.
Oh, yes, awesome.
For the prison, and I also incorporated some of my dance, my funky dancing, which I guess you haven't seen my dancing, so I'm just gonna. So yeah,
wow,
yeah.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
Yeah, I dance a lot.
Oh, that's so awesome.
They didn't love it. And any cachet I had, I was actually, kind of running the laundry in prison and stuff. That's all gone now.
Hey, don't listen to the haters, okay?
What?
Don't listen to the haters, okay?
I've never heard that before.
You never heard me be like, haters, back off. I'm Miranda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have said haters back off before.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I guess I thought it was.
It's kind of like my catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, haters, back off.
You know what my catchphrase is?
Sorry, I'm memorable.
I have said that.
Or that's...
I say that casually.
Because Steve stole that from you, right?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Joke Steve Whalen.
Mr. Jokes, because he stole that from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that's what he said. I've blocked out memories of Mr. Jokes since I've been in prison.
Has he come to visit you?
No.
Oh.
Not yet. I also haven't invited him.
Okay.
Steve, we'll get you on sometime. But my catchphrase is, "What's your turge?"
What's your turge? So are you asking me what my turge is?
Yeah, what's your turge?
Right now I'm using one, and I don't remember what the name of it is. I think it's just like X, like a big extra. It was the cheapest one at my laundromat.
Okay, extra. You'll find it in more bargain stores.
Yeah.
And, admittedly, you're going to get a bit more of a bargain clean, but it's a clean.
It definitely
nevertheless.
doesn't. My laundry doesn't smell good. Mm-hmm. It doesn't smell bad. It just doesn't smell like. It doesn't come out smelling good.
It's doing the job. It's cleaning it. I wouldn't ingest extra. I'd say some of the other
You would ingest the
detergents.
others.
Yeah.
Sort of Tide Pods, sort of that sort of thing.
That's sort of my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating the Tide Pods. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sort of the peak. I take credit for that. Mm-hmm. So, tell me about your earliest memories of doing laundry.
Well, my earliest memories of doing laundry, my parents were divorced when I was young, and so my dad would like split up household chores between me and my brother when we were younger, and my brother did all the laundry and I did all the dishes. And so I didn't know how to do laundry for the longest time because it wasn't my job. Mm-hmm. It wasn't my job.
Okay.
I didn't know.
So
Frustration and confusion, I guess.
I'm talking to the wrong Honig.
Yeah.
I should be talking to Jake Honig.
Yeah. He did our whole our family's laundry for years and years. From a young age, we put him to work, folding, cleaning, drying, in that order. And so I guess just mostly like fear and confusion.
I really relate to that experience.
Really?
I did my whole family's laundry too.
Wow.
They'd drop me off and go to Applebee's. I'd just
Really?
work all day. Yeah.
They would drop you off at the laundromat and they would go to Applebee's.
Well, they'd start at Applebee's and then they'd have a nice family day.
Without you.
Yeah. And then they'd pick me up at night.
But they bring you like a chicken tender.
No.
That's realistic.
I've actually never had a chicken tender before.
They're just bigger nuggets.
What makes you say, bleach please?
Bleach, please. What makes me say bleach, please? Mm-hmm. When I spill something on my white pants.
Oh, yeah. Yes, honey.
Yes, a bleach, please.
Oh, what do you spill?
Oh my God, everything. I also bike a lot, and I forget that I can't wear my white pants or my light colored pants when I bike because the seat is dirty.
Why don't you clean the seat?
Well, it's a mushy seat.
It's a mushy seat?
It's like you put like a cover on the seat to make it comfortable, but then you leave it outside. You tie up your bike outside, so then the dirt kind of settles in the soft, sort of soft mush.
Yeah.
So you sit on it, kind of dirty.
So you just need to teach yourself how to take care of things.
Okay.
Did I make it weird by saying that?
You made it weird, and you made it weird, and you made it weird, oh yeah.
Wow, that's a really beautiful song.
Thank you. I just wrote that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I hear some more of it?
Yeah, it's like, you made it weird, you made it weird, you made it weird.
Oh, I like that's jazzy.
Yeah.
So what is that the whole song, or are there lyrics beyond it?
That's the whole song.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it fleshed out a little more, and
Okay.
with instrumentation and stuff.
Yep. Like sort of like sort of. Can we loop that?
Yeah. I don't have a loop. I don't have a looping thing.
What kind of podcast is this?
It's a podcast that takes place in prison. So I've really got this this mic here, and got the security guard.
Yeah,
He could maybe beatbox or something.
he looks really familiar to me.
Eyes down.
Okay. He doesn't like when I look at him because I've done some messed up stuff.
Since being here?
Since being here, yeah. I had a bit of a tailspin after the oh, that's another fun song. That show's Tailspin. That had a fun theme song.
I don't know it.
Well, it was a cartoon.
Is it like tailspin, tailspin? You made it weird. Oh, no. It was like that.
You know, I'm trying to think of what it sounded like, and now that tune is really dominating all of my memories. It's a real earworm.
It's Icon.
Oh, it's Icon.
It's Icon. Well, it's Icon.
You made it weird. That should be a segment on the show.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah, bleach, please.
Yeah, so you don't like the stains on the pants.
No.
Yeah.
I guess you're a laundry expert, so I could ask you this.
I would love for you to ask me some laundry hacks.
Wait, I'm about to sneeze. It's past.
Okay. Should I do my laundry hack song? Because you've kind of been dominating with your laundry hack. Wait, laundry hack.
Laundry hacks, laundry hacks, laundry hacks. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the tune now. I would do it to the Justin Timberlake song. Like, I'm bringing
laundry back.
hacks. Laundry hack. Yeah, so.
Yeah. I've got some laundry hacks. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You could be a real Timbaland.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was going to ask.
Yeah.
How dangerous is it really to touch bleach?
How long are you touching it?
I don't know, but I'm not, like if I'm cleaning my shirt, I'm not putting on gloves.
I'd say it's not too dangerous unless you're really immersing your hand and not washing it or something.
And what does it do?
It bleaches.
But like to your what's dangerous about it?
Well, there's this pop star, Michael Jackson, and he bleached his skin. And I don't know exactly how he did it. But
and that's why he started touching the kids.
Yeah.
Well, allegedly.
I've always assumed that Michael Jackson took a week and made a sort of shallow pool in his bathtub, which was probably not a nicer, bigger bathtub than the average person.
Right, of course, famous.
And I thought, I always assumed he just kind of cooked in there for a while. And sort of came out bleached. Like you would do to maybe a shirt or something.
So he did not wear gloves?
No.
Well, he did other times.
But he had the one glove. Yes, honey.
I bet you know what. You know why he had the one glove?
Why?
Because when he was putting the bleach in, he put on gloves, and then that hand didn't get bleached.
Wow.
So he had to wear the glove because
that's got to be it.
That's got to be it.
He's got a dark-skinned hand in there.
He still does.
He still does?
He still does.
What do you mean?
Like he's still like, I don't know.
Still around?
Well, no, like he's dead, but like, how decomposed could he be?
Well, but I guess if anybody's got access to the Jackson grave,
it's me.
It's you?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, do a little digging.
Okay.
Literally. What are your? You ever kill anybody?
No.
What's your deal with death?
Very scared of it.
Very scared of it? Mm-hmm. Did you ever drive someone to death?
No. Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
But you never know. Like, you never know. Maybe you pass someone on the street and you accidentally bump them in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And that was all they needed. That was all they needed.
Yeah.
You don't know. The point is, you don't know.
I've dealt with death pretty frequently in ways somewhat related to this podcast, but Big Brother's watching right now. Right? Okay. So I don't want to get too much into those details, but you're familiar with a comedian named Joe Rumrill.
Yes, I love Joe Rumrill.
Oh, yeah. He's funny.
Yeah, he's so funny.
But he's wronged me. So I've been trying to get people to drive him to death a little bit, warn him of death that could come his way.
But he seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah, but
I say
he's
seems
shady.
like I don't really
But
know
he's shady.
him. He's shady.
Yeah. I had a someone in my life. Her name was Tidy, and he drove a wedge into that relationship, and now he's been. Have you seen him walking around with like a Tide bottle at shows and stuff?
Yeah, I didn't really get it. I assumed he was just like coming from doing laundry. But now that you mention it, every time that I've seen him in the last couple months, he's always had that bottle of Tide. So like, what's the deal?
Well, first, why is he not introducing her? But yeah, that was a she was a fixture of the podcast for laundry. We'd do a thing, we'd call it Turn the Tide, which, by the way, I've got this industrial brand laundry. It's called Bob Barker, not related to the game show host. And if you want to turn the tide of the conversation at any point during this podcast, all you need to do is spin the Bob Barker bottle so that it's facing you, and you'll turn the tide, which really worked better when it was a bottle of Tide. But now I don't have that bottle of Tide, and they didn't let me bring it to prison. Now I've got this industrial brand, and Joe Rummel is gallivanting around with my Tidy.
But okay, call me crazy.
Okay.
But now that I really think back on it, every time I've seen him with a bottle of Tide, when I first saw him, his arm was like pretty flexed. But it seems like the last couple times I've seen him, he's barely even holding it with one finger.
What?
It seems like it's getting lighter and lighter. It seems like it's almost empty.
Wait, you think he's using Tidy?
I think he might be, and I think he might be about to discard the bottle.
Oh my!
Now that I just like really think back on it, because I do have a pornographic memory, and now that I think about it, he just dangles it. Sometimes it just like lays on a finger.
Don't you hate that when you see someone being mistreated by another person, and maybe the other person in question isn't an inanimate object, but has sort of totem-esque qualities about them? I would like you to threaten him for me.
I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that.
Okay, well, hear me out, and I'll tell you the language that I would use, but I will let you use it in whichever way you'd like to. I want him to know that whatever he does now, he's got to be punished. So if you could tell him that he'll either be in chains or he'll be dead meat, and it's his choice.
But I don't have to do anything. I don't have to put him in chains or make him into dead meat.
No, absolutely not. Now you just need to warn him. If you're cool with that.
Well, that does feel okay, because if he is going to end up as one of those things, he should know. He should know.
I'm doing a favor in telling you to pass this message along.
And I'm doing a favor by letting him know.
I'm just trying to create a scenario where the world he exists in is full of nightmares around every corner. So if you could pass that along to other, comics, friends of his, etc.
Okay. Do you want me to call him?
I think in person would be better. But I've got his address. I know where he lives.
Okay. I also know where he lives.
Okay. So yeah, you can just kind of hang around his neighborhood and sort of surprise him. Maybe if he's got like a late show or something. Night works best.
Okay.
Because that means he'll stay up a little later. Might have to wake up early at the same time or something. So he's losing a little bit of sleep. It's affecting his psyche a bit because now he's got less sleep. And he's got this constant murder threat. That's
So, how long are you in here for?
I'm in here for, I've got an appeal coming up soon. The sentence is a full year. I've served about 2 months of it, and it's at first it was pretty great, and now it's pretty crummy.
It was awesome at first, though.
It totally was awesome. Yeah, because I've never been the macho type, and I feel like I got to sort of flex that muscle a little bit. I like doing characters, so I got to be the character of the tough prisoner.
Oh, awesome. Can I see a little bit of that?
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking hate this place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Watching you do that was like, it was like, whoa, It was like, whoa,
And, that I kind of carried that around until I did the
Right, of course. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
Well, part of it's sort of putting my foot up on the table, but right. I'm more flexible than I look.
Oh, okay. I'm actually a lot less flexible than I look.
Davis, what do we say about the dance?
Keep doing it?
No, I'm sorry.
He hates the dance. Mainly because it's so pelvic.
See, I was under the impression...
For your safety, Davis.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I was under the impression that I thought prison was a place to embrace creativity.
Right?
It was a place to express yourself.
Ma'am, it's for the prisoner's safety. Thank you.
Ma'am?
Hi, Forever Dog listeners. It's Meatball and Big Dipper.
That's right, I'm here too. So this year, we have seen what staying silent can do. Oof. Woof. And right now, you have an unprecedented opportunity to speak up. We all do. So make sure to cast your vote and be heard this November.
It's never too early to register to vote, but it might be too late before you know it.
Right. So we want to help make it easy for you to register and have a plan for November 3rd or before if you're doing early voting as an option in your state.
Yes, Queen, please do.
Right. It's important to vote so that your country can finally reflect your values.
So go to foreverdogpodcast.com/vote to register. Check on your registration often and learn how to fill out your ballot.
That's right. If you haven't registered to vote yet, this is a really easy way to do it. And it feels like it's not outside your comfort zone because you love podcasts, you listen to our podcast, and you can do it very easily at foreverdogpodcast.com/vote. And remember, each state is different, so make sure you are following your local rules and regulations for where you register to vote.
Yeah, and take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And make sure to vote because there's a demon in the office.
It's Jonathan Braylock,
James III,
and Gerard Milligan from Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood.
On our podcast, we rate, review, and analyze films in the context of race,
discussing Hollywood's diversity and representation issues,
and talk to experts in the field.
Experts like ourselves because we're working actors and writers, so we know what we're talking about.
Except James.
We vary it up between huge blockbuster hits and beloved cult classics such as Higher Learning,
Independence Day,
Loose,
Sorry to Bother You,
Blade,
Parasite,
Blindspotting,
Hustlers,
and Cats. Yes, y'all, we reviewed Cats.
And don't forget Hancock, which may or may not be a good movie.
It's not a good movie, so please check out and subscribe to Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood.
Only on the Forever Dog Podcast Network.
And we'll all try to figure out if Hancock is a good movie or not. Together.
New episodes every Monday.
Your mental firewall has just been breached by Left-Handed Radio.
Yes.
You did it now.
Eyes down, Davis.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking kill this guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna fucking kill Joe Rumrow.
What was that, Davis?
I said I am going.
He said he was
Totally
gonna
trill.
He said he was gonna kill Joe Rum.
No.
Sorry.
Joe Rumrill.
Joe.
He's a comedian.
What's cell block?
Oh, he's not in prison.
Oh.
So it's kind of beyond, like, you don't have.
I have no say in this matter.
There we go. This is the guard I like.
Well, how's the food here?
Food's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do this other sort of side podcast called Cereal Podcast, but they don't really have cereal. So that's every now and then they'll have a very bland Cheerios but it's off-brand. It's all this like off-brand, non-name brand stuff, and it drives me bats.
It's like Honey Nut O's.
I wish they don't really give us a lot of sugary stuff here.
Oh, get you all riled up.
Yeah.
Get you too excited, running around.
Yeah. So, that stinks. The meat's bad. The potatoes are bad. Everything's bad.
I didn't know potatoes could be bad.
Potatoes could be bad because they're not really they're like canned potatoes.
Oh.
You know what I miss though? I miss that like good a kiosk in the mall that just sells fries. I miss that.
Those are good.
Yeah.
You a big mall head?
I love the mall.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your favorite store?
Gotta say New York and Company.
I don't think I even know what that is.
Oh, it's just sort of like upscale women's clothing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But it's got a very metropolitan vibe.
Oh, that's awesome.
And growing up, I kind of like craved that.
Yeah,
So,
like you would go to the mall and you would sort of like imagine yourself like walking the streets of New York, like click, clack, click, clack, like looking at the window displays and sort of like window shopping and
Exactly, yeah.
hailing a cab. And
I would pretend I was at Bloomingdale's.
I love that.
Waiting for my wealthy wife to finish her shopping.
How is your wife doing?
Well, if you're talking about tidy, then she's in the hands of Joe Rumrill. But we never actually got married. I was arrested mid ceremony, which is a lesson to you. People look for that stuff. There's no turning a blind eye if you're a wanted man and you publicize a wedding. So yeah.
There you go. You can't be posting on Instagram.
Are you gonna threaten Joe for me? People are people, so I could just be. Oh, I thought you were doing the beginning of People Are People.
No, I was just like, I was just really like stressed out. I was going like, like,
But it's got such rhythm to it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, just like so nervous.
Yeah.
But
You made it weird. You made it weird.
I don't know. I don't know if I have it in me to threaten someone's life.
But everyone's gonna be doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who else?
Branson Reese.
Okay.
Chris Gethard.
Okay.
Tynan DeLong.
Okay. So these are all people that I have like huge drama with.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Well, work out the drama because now you're all fighting for the same cause.
Imagine anyone having drama with Branson. You couldn't.
I had a bit of drama with Branson.
Oh, really?
He's kind of shady.
Oh.
But we'll see. We'll see if he shows his true colors and threatens Joe Rumrill for me.
Okay, so what do I get?
You get to be part of a cause. You get to save an innocent man. Think about Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian went out of her way to pardon someone with the help of President Donald J. Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And
I want money.
But the respect that she had from doing that.
I want money.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. My current currency is this thing called like prison bucks, which is an informal term, and a lot of it is for necessary goods or it's like a sponge you might spend prison bucks on, or a magazine or a newspaper. So I can offer you some of that. I don't have much.
Okay.
There's a sort of a barter system in jail too, but a lot of it's really necessities and just influence. So if you wouldn't come to this prison, I guess, because it's a men's prison, but...
So I would have to go to prison in order to use the money.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really seem worth it. Okay, so the reason that I want money is because I want to put on a big Broadway show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I want to put on a big Broadway show.
Okay. Is this what that You Made It Weird song is from?
Yeah, it's from my big Broadway show called You Made It Weird.
Wow.
And it's starring...
I said, it's a real earworm.
Yeah. So it would be like... It's all about me, a girl who's just trying to all she's trying to do is to get from the Bronx to Brooklyn.
Sounds simple.
Yeah, you would think. But boy, oh boy, are there some wacky characters along the way. And boy, oh boy, do I learn something.
Okay.
So it's called You Made It Weird because, New York is so weird.
That is why I love it. Keep New York weird, really.
Yes, I know. I hate when people say keep Austin weird, where I'm like, okay, literally keep New York weird.
Yeah, because we really need it.
Yes.
Giuliani.
Bloomberg. Come on.
De Blasio.
Yeah.
Koch.
I miss Koch.
I miss Koch.
Yeah.
We love you, Koch.
We love you. But I need money to put that on.
Okay. Well, I do think I have influence outside of prison.
But I also know that there is someone who resides in this very prison.
Oh?
Who has huge pull on Broadway.
Well, tell me who it is.
His name is Big Bubba. And he is upstairs.
He's upstairs?
He's in the penthouse.
Is he a former, producer or actor, or?
He owned everything. Everything. Every theater, every actor, every producer, he owns them all.
Okay.
If you could put in a good word with Big Bubba, I could have a chance to get my show on Broadway.
So
did I even tell you there's a huge dance number where we all go down at the FDR, and it's we all grapevine down the FDR, being you made it weird, you made it weird.
Oh,
yeah, it's
that's
beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a modular stage set up that you could kind of bring in a large bridge.
Yes, exactly. So the reason that I need all the money is because most shows take place in a couple locations, and so this show takes place literally all over the city. So we need 1 million props and sets because we're constantly moving.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, there's 42nd Street really replicated the Bright Lights Broadway.
Yes, and then there's a really great it's a quiet moment on the High Line.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a second bridge that comes in, but this one has grass and sort of modern looking.
But you can't just use the first bridge and make it. You have to
bring in a second bridge. Yeah.
And so on the High Line, it's sort of looking out at all of the gorgeous Chelsea, and I feel a hand on my shoulder. Yeah. And it's the guy from the first act. So it would mean a lot more if you had actually seen the show.
Yeah.
But it's Edward.
And Edward's maybe a main character that kind of disappears midway through.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's at that moment where I'm Edward.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're okay. Continue.
Well, that's it.
I was blown away.
That was the whole song.
Oh.
It's a really quick track on the soundtrack, but it's literally just Edward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's Edward.
And I want Lady Gaga to be in it.
As you?
No. She would be like a side character.
Okay.
She would just like come in for a song.
Okay. So
I don't want her to get too big of a head.
One song? You got Lady Gaga for just one song?
Yeah, and then like she can like if she wants to be like ensemble, she can be like.
How much of this is figured out in your mind?
Oh, I have like the whole thing written out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Julie Taymor.
Okay, pass.
But she could do some really like kind of
I don't
creative
want puppets. I don't want puppets.
But New York is kind of like a zoo.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm literally always there's a whole song about that.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
New York is a zoo. And guess what? Bronx Zoo.
Well, it just so happens that Julie has got a backlog of zebras and lions and various monkeys, antelope.
Okay, we could use her, but I do really need Big Bubba.
Okay, I'm still a little confused about why is he in prison? Is he wrongfully convicted like me?
No.
Okay.
He put on a really, really, really bad show.
And in New York.
And in New York, in New York, if you put on a really, really bad show in New York, it's like lock him up, you know?
I've heard that phrase, but I didn't know that was an actual punishment.
Yeah.
Like a tangible, literal, you get put behind bars.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was just like really like tacky.
But you want to work with this guy because of that?
I just feel like enough time has passed that like we can all forget about like Bright Lights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can all just like forget about that show.
What era New York does this take place in?
Oh, of course. It's just sort of like 70s, 80s, sort of like 60s, 70s,
okay.
90s, sort of.
Could I pitch an idea?
Yeah.
Part of the culture of New York is so much related to the laundromats because it's sort of like it's an open air space where people of all walks of life can
open air.
Sorry, I didn't use that correctly. It's an open space where people of all sorts could come and gather.
Are you doing your laundry outside?
It's sometimes.
That's awesome.
In the 70s and 80s?
Yes, sort of 60s, 90s.
60s, 50s, 30s, whatever.
Yes.
I hope that part of the set design involves clothes.
Of course they're going to be hanging on clotheslines.
Okay.
Are you joking? This is New York in the 60s, 80s, 90s. Mm-hmm. Like, of course.
Like maybe a pair of Nike.
New York, 1945. Like, we're talking like clothesline bell bottoms.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we've got some, tie-dye Air Jordans, etc.
Yes, exactly.
And, I just using the laundromat as a place. I call it the corridor of dreams.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It's
sort of a holy place. And, Wayward Souls in New York, I'm sure you've seen Kids.
Mm-hmm.
The film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you meant like I've seen Kids.
No.
I've seen Kids.
No, I mean the
I've
film
seen them.
Kids with Chloe Sevigny.
Oh, Chloe.
So.
Yes, I have seen that too. But I've also seen like children.
Mm-hmm. But that they're wayward souls, and they're not necessarily going to a church to worship. They worship the spirit of the streets.
They worship just like rock and roll, sort of like like jeans,
They do drugs.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, they do. They went to the actual CBGBs, not CBGBs. Franklin,
not CBGB West. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd consider that, and I would have. If we scale down the date where it takes place, I can really give some insider information about what a laundromat would look like. What is the era again? Because
it's sort of like between 1939 to like 1998.
Okay.
Just sort of like that decade.
Can I ask a hard question?
Yeah.
Towers or no towers? I'm sorry.
See, I thought it would be a really interesting creative decision to have like the scenes that take place in the 40s, no towers.
Okay. So maybe the towers kind of as another modular piece, which these are now taking up a lot of space, but that kind of rises to show the passing of time.
No towers.
Okay, so
It's
no
sort of like,
towers.
you know, when you're like watching, okay, like I saw Fiddler on the Roof on Broadway a couple years ago, and they had.
No fiddler.
No fiddler? Is that a rule?
Eyes down, Davis.
Eyes are down, but I really want to see where that's a rule.
Anyway, when I saw Fiddler, they had Tevye come out in a hoodie up top, for real, and then for like 5 minutes, and then he like takes off the red hoodie, and then they do the whole play, and then at the end he like puts it on again. It was like, I think they were trying to be like, yes, like we're sort of showing the fact that this is that it's 2016, which it was at the time, and so I thought it could be interesting, sort of just no towers.
Okay. God, I really want to explore the Tevye, the hoodie Tevye.
Tevye in a hoodie, yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe he's like the roof he's on is sort of like a rooftop, like a Brooklyn rooftop party with some string lights and beers and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
he would thrive in that situation.
Yeah, Tevye, for Loco Tevye.
For Loco Tevye.
Yes. Hoodie Tevye is the funniest thing in the world to me. I don't know why they did it. I don't know.
So wait, this is a real thing?
Yes.
I thought you were maybe spitballing ideas.
No.
'cause this is a very creative space.
Really, truly,
right now.
when I saw it, they had him in a red hoodie, and then he like, as he's being like, Fiddler on the Roof sounds crazy, no? He's like taking it off and like hanging it on the back of a chair, and then like they don't address it for the whole show until they're leaving Anatevka at the end, and he like puts it back on, and I don't know why. I think they thought it was going to be like really symbolic. Of like, and even now this is happening. Even now, like we are being forced out of our homes. Could be you.
Damn.
But it did not work for me.
Well, I think that's what they were going for there. If you stretch that for the whole show, it'll work. But I really want to emphasize laundry machines. We had this guy Jeffrey Gurian on, and he was, old New York guy, and he's like, yeah, we used to hang out in the laundromats. So I really think that
Okay.
using
Good to know.
that,
Maybe I'll interview him.
well, no, you
for
can
research.
you can interview me because I'm sort of I'm an expert on the cultural elements of the laundromat in New York.
Sort of like checker floor,
Checker floor, plants hanging, etc.
and then like clotheslines. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think clotheslines are really important to a skyline.
Are you going to threaten Joe?
Are you going to talk to Big Bubba?
I will talk to Big Bubba, and I will help make this play a reality.
Thank you. I think it's going to be really amazing.
If you talk to Joe and try to loop in someone else, then maybe we can do a twofer, sort of like a trade. Because my end goal is that Joe's gonna be in prison, and I'm gonna be a free man, as it should be.
Okay.
And maybe it could be Joe and somebody, and then Big Bubba and I come out and we make this play a reality.
I love that. Would you produce my big Broadway show?
I would love to. But really, the laundry thing is non-negotiable.
Okay. Then I'll do it.
All right. It's a deal. Thanks so much. You got any plugs?
When is this coming out?
It's like a week.
Okay. June 27th, come to the Bongo Hour. Is that what you mean by plugs?
Yeah.
Okay. You looked at me blankly.
No.
I thought maybe plugs was like a laundry thing.
It just reminded me of the world. I can't come. I can't come to the Slipper Room.
I see.
And
you can't come to the Slipper Room 8 p.m. on June 27th with the 3 Busy Debras.
Yeah. I will be in prison.
Well, maybe not. Maybe Joe will be here.
Maybe. You know what?
Think positive.
Tune in next week. We might. I might not be in prison.
Yeah, I just want to leave the listeners on this note. Hey, think positive.
You made it weird. You made it weird. Oh, yeah.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram at Forever Dog Team and liking our page on Facebook.
This ad is supposed to remind you of hackers and shows about hackers. Listen to Left-Handed Radio.